Hello there. Well, I have some questions and some concerns. I want to start off by saying this. Is it murder to kill an animal? I hear all your vegans, I just can hear you say, yeah, it is. Okay, well, let's step back just a little bit. I just wanted to put that out there first. Let's say a man kills another man. He's a killer. He's a murderer. Okay? Let's say that man gets caught for the murder and he goes to jail. He does his time, then he gets out, but he saw the light. He's a different person now. He's going to provide for his family. He's going to work. And he's going to do good things for the community. But you know what? You know what he'll never not be? He'll never not be a killer. He'll never not be a murderer because he killed that guy, man. So really, no matter how much you change, you're still a killer. You're still a murderer. That's the funny thing with vegans is 99.9% of them are killers and murderers because they've killed something or they've murdered something or they've been accomplice to that murder, but they like to pretend like they never did it. I never did anything wrong. I never killed anything. I never worked in a meat factory before. I never went to a restaurant that served meat. We're all accomplices. We're all murderers in a way. It just depends on what you believe. Just wanted to point that out. I wanted to take you down a peg because you're all ramped up and you pretend like everybody's wrong but you, which is a problem, I think. I think that's a problem we're going to have in this debate because you just dismiss everything instead of accepting it as something that you can talk about now. Instead of being like, hey, that's a point, now I'm going to say another point that may be not the same instead of just being like dismissive. Okay? Now, you know a lot about stuff. You had a pen and you got to like twirl it around because you're writing notes like a real professor of like veganism and whatnot that you had going on there. That was pretty fun to watch. We talked about pigs. Pigs seem to be the real focal point of our little exchange there. So I thought, well, he seems to know a lot about pigs and the usefulness of pigs. You don't have to eat them because they're so useful. They're the most useful animal in the animal kingdom. But you never said anything about what a pig can do besides be meat. You really didn't say anything. You said a couple things that I considered kind of bizarre, like they could be your friend. That was pretty hippity-dippity, you know what I'm saying? But let's be honest, okay? The world decides in unison that we're not going to eat pigs no more. Pigs are not a food source. Tainted meat, man. What would happen to pigs? Their numbers would drop like crazy. Farmers would just not even bother with them. They'd probably just let them go. You know, just get off my land, you pig. Because there's not much. There's not much. So my challenge for you, my friend, my good friend, is what can a pig do if it's not going to be meat? It's not going to be a food source. I need help here. Help me know what a pig can do. Now, one thing I gotta point out, because you're a vegan, and there's some people out there that don't understand what vegan mentality is like. Vegan mentality is not just don't eat an animal, it's don't exploit an animal, don't kind of tamper with the natural order of said thing, right? That's kind of like the vegan thing. Like a perfect example is the bees. It can always go back to the same stuff. You can't harvest honey from bees because that's exploiting the bees. Bees aren't your little slaves. You can't just take their honey. They didn't work for you. They're working for themselves, man. They're independent. They're bees. So you got to keep that in mind when you decide on the purpose of pigs and what they can do. You cannot exploit them, man. You can't do it. So don't be exploiting the pigs. You can't be doing it for financial benefits because that would be an exploitation. So let's take a petting zoo. Yeah. Let's put all the pigs in a petting zoo, right? And the kids can come and pet the pigs and it's $1 a pet, you know? Well, that's terrible. That'd be a terrible life. In a small cage, people touching you all the time. They don't want to do that. Can we do that? Not sure. I think the freest pigs that I can think of that would have a life that you'd want is the Bay of Pigs. Those pigs live their lives, you know? But at the same time, kind of getting exploited. They're a tourist trap. People go there and do that. But in a way, I don't see a better way that a pig can live than that. That is like, for myself, that's the best that it's going to get. But that's not purposeful. That's like a retirement plan for pigs. What do they do in the meantime? So, being the wizard of vegans, my friend, I know you can help me with this, and you can tell me what is the purpose of pigs if you're not eating them. My challenge to you. I'm excited to hear your response. Have a wonderful day.